All right, here's to another beautiful week of basketball. So we're going to start off with the star shuttle drill. So as you can see, you just set up 5 cones, or we just did pop cans. You can do rocks, anything you can find around your house. And you start at that center one, and then you continue to go out to each one of the cones, and you touch them one at a time, and then you return back to the main cone in the middle every single time. And so what we're going to do is we're going to have a challenge on this, and we're going to time and see how fast that we can do this drill. And so the first time you do it, the next time you do it, you're going to try to beat your record. So do that one twice, and then we're going to go into some squat jumps. So working on our jumping. So this is one important part about basketball, is to be able to jump really high. So working on squatting all the way down and jumping as high as you can. So do 10 of those. And then repeat that twice as well. So now we're going to start into some ball handling. So starting to put all this stuff together, a lot of these drills are going to be familiar, and so we're just going to continue to rep them out and get really good at them. So we're going to start with our pound dribbles. So starting with the pounds, and then once you do a few pounds, then we're going to go into our kill dribble. So we're going to go super low, again with our fingertips, trying to working on dribbling at waist to chest height, and nice and hard pounds, and then going down and doing super low dribbles. This is going to help you later on as you start becoming a better ball handler, just to be able to change that height of the basketball. Then we're going to go and do the same thing with the left hand. All these drills, you can go about 30 seconds on each drill before you move on to the next one for these ball handling drills. So we'll start with this one again as that warm-up. Hopefully, starting in this week, you guys are starting to feel a little bit more confident with some of these drills. So some of these are going to be stuff that we've done before, and some of it's going to be some new stuff. So now we're going to get into some pound and crossovers. So again, we're working on this, getting nice and low, trying to get those crossovers below the knees. Again, we're trying to push it below, so kind of think about going underneath a hand that is reaching at you, more so than dribbling it just from hand to hand. And so we're nice and low, trying to keep those wide, just outside of your knees when you're doing those crossovers with those pound and cross. And then we're going to start to try to transition into going between the legs. So for some people, this is a little bit easier. So starting with the split leg between the legs. And so notice that this is exactly like your crossover. We just got our legs split front and back. And so notice that also my toes are pointed both forward. And then we're getting nice and low, kind of in a lunge position. And then we're just crossing over, but now between the legs instead of in front of your feet. And so this will help kind of transition between crossovers and between the legs. Next one we're going to try then is going to be the figure eights. So we're going to go figure eights, keeping it nice and low. So all these dribbles should be nice and low, kind of below the knees, almost more like your kill dribble rather than a pound dribble, and trying to get a bunch of dribbles, and we're going in a figure eight pattern around your legs. Once you get comfortable with that, or you do 30 seconds of that, then you're going to switch to do 30 seconds in the other direction as well. So we're going to switch and then go in the other direction. Again, staying nice and low as you're doing this, and trying to get as many dribbles as you can as you're doing this drill. Next one then, what we're going to do is we're going to do pound in between. So now we're going to go pound between the legs. So now we're just taking one dribble. So it's kind of like the figure eights, but now we're taking less dribbles and we're taking it more higher rather than lower. If this is a challenge for you, then you can add a couple more dribbles than just the one between. And so you can do 2 dribbles, then go between the leg every single time, and that might help as well. Now we're going to kind of go off the move with our dribbling. So we're going to go dribble zigzags. And so as you set this drill up, notice that the 2 cones that we have are straight in front of the hoop, and then we got one to the left. And so we're going to do crossovers as we go to each cone. So we're just going to cross over as we get to the cone, each cone, and then we're going to finish on this side with a left-handed layup. So I want you to do 10 on either side. So we're going to go 10 left-handed layups, and then we're going to go 10 right-handed layups as we go through this drill. And as you notice, right, it's okay if we're not getting it the first time. Just keep trying your best every single time. And then as you're finishing with that layup, make sure we're trying to get the top left corner of that square. So we're just going to go with crossovers to start. So do 10 on either side. If you get comfortable with that, then you can try between the legs is going to be our next drill. So now we're come to the cone, and then we're just going to go between the legs, and it's the same thing. So we're going to try to do 10 on the left side and 10 on the right side. You don't have to make 10, just shoot 10. And then challenge yourself to try to make more every single time as you Notice that when you do the between the legs, you're pointing both of the toes towards the next cone as you do it. And then last drill of the day is just going to be some shooting. So I just want you to pick your 2 favorite spots. So 2 favorite spots, and then I want you to make 10 from each of those spots. So whatever spot it is, make sure you're using good form. That's one thing I've really been working on with my boys, is that I'd rather you guys shoot shorter shots with perfect form. And the more you can work on that perfect form every single time, that muscle memory is going to become easier. And then you're also going to build strength with that good form. And then that's going to help you to move that shot backwards and get you to shoot farther shots. But if we're not using good form, then that's going to be harder to break that habit in the long run. So just keep shooting with great form, right? So it doesn't matter how many shots it takes you to try to make 10. Just take it at your own pace, right? Find your own spots that work well for you, and have fun with it. Great job this week.